Yesterday, I asked you if you think the Las Vegas Raiders did enough in the 2023 NFL Draft to improve the defense. But that's not all the Raiders need to be better than they were last year. Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo isn't exactly known for his ability to stay healthy, so they really need to protect him. It would be a doggone shame for the Raiders to have all those weapons and an improved defense, only to have Garoppolo go down because the Raiders couldn't protect him very well. The Raiders ranked number 27 in pass blocking efficiency last year, and the pressure was coming from the interior where they're weak. So what should they do about their offensive line? Free agency and the draft are over, so I have an idea what they should do with the players they have. Okay, the first thing I do is promote right tackle Theron Munford to starting right tackle. As many of you know, I've been saying he's a 7th round steal since he got here. He was a first-round prospect in 2020, but in 2021, he voluntarily moved to guard to help the team, and he had a bad year. He sacrificed his draft status to help his college football team. I want guys like that on my team. Either way, you can see in the playing time he got last year that he's already a solid player that's only going to get better in this jump to year 2. This isn't a diss on Jermaine Illuminor, who held Munford off for the position last year. I have him moving to the interior. When a competition takes 6 weeks into the regular season to be resolved, you know it was close, and the rookie's going to improve the most by next season. At 6'6", 330 pounds, Munford has good feet to go with his over 35-inch long vines for arms. He knows how to use that length when working with his hands, too. He has independent hand usage, and that gives edge rushers that know how to use their hands problems. I love this kid's potential. At right guard, I'm going to go ahead and roll with the guy the new regime was rolling with. They took Netane Mutai off the Denver Broncos practice squad last year, and they loved him from day one, minute one. The Broncos drafted Mutai in round 6 of the 2020 NFL Draft with plans of developing him, and it looked like it was working out. He was competing for a starting guard position in training camp in 2022 until a knee injury took him out of it. He would get cut and put on the practice squad when he came back from the knee injury. The Raiders taking him from there could be the best thing to happen to him. I believe he fits the Raiders' power gap scheme a lot better than the Broncos' zone blocking scheme. Zone blocking is for smaller, quicker, more athletic offensive linemen. The power gap scheme is for bigger, stronger, more aggressive maulers. That's what Mutai is. At 6'3", 320 pounds and completing 44 reps at 225 pounds at his combine, he's a big, strong guy, one of the strongest in the NFL. And those are the types of guys the new regime is looking for to play in their power gap scheme. People really expect miracles these days just because the Raiders need a guard. They expect undrafted free agent McClendon Curtis to come in and start. I expected 2022 undrafted free agent safety Isaiah Palomao to make the team last year, but expecting him to start just because the Raiders need a strong safety that can cover tight ends is a lot. So while I do expect Curtis to make the team, expecting the start is going a bit far. I have Illuminor in the left guard spot this year. Illuminor is a huge man at 6'4", 345 pounds. He played well at right tackle for the Raiders last year, but he struggled with length due to his lack of length. Illuminor has arms that are just over 33 inches long. If the Raiders kicked him inside, he could possibly make a Pro Bowl, especially with Carmen Bricio as his position coach. He would be great inside as a pass protector, because he would have good length for a guard that operates in a phone booth all day. With the size and strength of a guard and nimbleness and pass protection skill of a tackle, Illuminor is a perfect guy to block Chris Jones. Colton Miller has been rock solid for years at left tackle, so the last change comes at center. Andre James was making the conversion to the position, but never really became that guy while playing in Tom Cable's zone blocking scheme. I don't think he'll ever be that guy in the power gap scheme where more size and strength are needed. That's why the new regime drafted 6'3", 311-pound Dylan Parham to be that guy at center, but the Raiders needed guards so badly that's where he played in 2022, and it wasn't very pretty. He did a good job using his leverage in the run game, but got overwhelmed in pass protection. He looked much better at center in the 2 games that he played there for an injured James. He can get bigger and stronger and become a better guard, but I think the new regime wants their guards bigger than he can become for the power gap scheme they run. Parham has the size and strength to play center in the power gap scheme already, so I think it would be best for running back Josh Jacobs in the running game as well as keeping Garoppolo upright and healthy when he drops back to pass. I think Parham can develop into the type of center the Raiders have had over the years. With free agency and the draft having come and gone, the Raiders are running out of options to put on the interior of their offensive line. I personally love me some DJ Fluker, but I don't think they're going to do it, so I'll leave that one alone. So the Raiders are going to have to fix that offensive line with who they already have, and they can do it if they make a few switches. Kicking Illuminor inside to right guard while Munford takes over at right tackle really gives the Raiders an interior presence while they lose nothing on the edge. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Mutai can do at the other guard. Then you have Parham at center and Miller at left tackle, and you got an offensive line that can actually do something. Thank you for watching. See you next time.